You'll never escape me. My enhanced targeting will destroy any enemy that stands in my way. You'll stand no chance against my lightning reflexes. You'll be unable to target me, regardless of the weapon. My lightweight armor makes me lethal. I am agile and can sustain significant damage. Once I'm armed with my Reaper blades, I'll reap your energy until nothing remains. Who am I? Cyber, a warborn, and I will vanquish you.
Step into our universe with the Vanquishers TCG. Get exclusive access by joining our community at www.vanquisherstcg.com. Select a hero, equip weapons and armors, and vanquish your enemy.
What's going on, Vanquishers? Charlie here, back with another state of the game. Hold on, we having an issue on the camera. Why is it on this side? You know what I'm saying? This is what happens when we start off.
Stacking, slacking.
Stacking, slacking. I don't know how it transitions to that monitor, but let's go on ahead and make this happen.
Sneak peek, baby.
All right. Yeah, you know how it works, man. For those that have been
Charlie,
in
you can't be
our
showing
community.
stuff before it's time to show stuff.
I gotta do the intro first.
All right, so let me go ahead and pull them off to the right side of the screen that they're supposed to be at.
Dang, I know that guy.
Yo, I like how you
That's
put
all
us
of
into
us.
place like that.
Right. This is how we
Everybody.
started off. Let's see, exit full screen. I gotta figure out how to do the speaker. There we go.
No, I think you should just set it to just me.
Oh,
Dang.
There we go.
No.
Hey.
B, put the background you had earlier on there. Put the background you had earlier.
I gotta go find that
I
one.
forgot how I minimized the actual. It's so weird on this side.
You gotta like expand it.
Expand
the whole-
it.
Expansion.
Expando.
I have it expanded. It's crazy. I don't know what's going on.
There we go.
So I guess my setup is doing something. There we go. It's
There
doing
we
something
go.
little
Just
different,
set it to mine.
different.
There you go.
There
Just set it right there. That's how they need to
Holla
know.
hula hula. Holla holla hula.
So apparently, I guess when my OBS updated, it swapped my screens around. So I'm not used to having it on that screen. But hey, listen, you know, this is the beauty of trial and error. But that's what we work on. If everyone that's seen us in our setups know that we have some trial and error, and at least we ain't having an audio error. That's usually one of the biggest issues that we tend to have that we don't want to have. But anyways, we are back. We are live. And before we get started with any of the updates, we're gonna introduce ourselves as the developers for the Vanquishers TCG. My name is Charlie. I am the creator and the developer for Vanquishers TCG.
What's going on, all you cool cats and kittens out there?
Meow.
This is Jason. I handle all the social media, the business aspects of Vanquishers TCG. So always go to our website, click on the links. You can email us, register on the newsletter. It's good for you. Take your medicine.
Very, very good for you. Hey everyone, I am Jose, and I am the web and app developer for Vanquishers TCG.
Oh, I think it's my turn.
It might be. I mean, I don't know. It could.
I'm the
It very
game
well
balancer.
could be now.
I'm Brandon.
Brandon, the game balancer. So typically we go through
One
a
and only.
series of updates. I know last state of the game we went through quite a few updates, honestly, and we managed to put out quite a bit of information. So we want to focus a little bit on the actual game presentation. So that way you guys can take a quick look at what we've been working on the back end. I know that we've been talking a lot about the change and how things are going to function in Tabletop Simulator, because we obviously opted to do the Tabletop Simulator as one of our main platforms that we're going to use. So we decided to launch with that platform. So we're going to show you guys. We've been putting in quite a bit of work, and everybody that's been seeing us has been waiting to see this. So we're going to actually showcase it out for you guys today. But before we do any other showcasing real quick, Jason, do we have anything on our social media or any updates on that segment there?
I'm just going to say we are teetering around close to 800 followers on Instagram. So if you know anybody, go ahead and share our link. And if they like card games, they graphic arts, they like sci-fi, go and follow us there. We're trying to hit like 1,000 on there, and that's going to be like hitting one of our goals. We're going to might post some Easter eggs for y'all. There might be something you never seen before. Also, me and Jose are working on some new artwork for T-shirts. So be on the lookout on the website. There'll be some new T-shirt designs up for you guys to go ahead and check out.
All right.
And
Yep.
the Reddit. I have to get back on the Reddit and get that ball moving. If anyone knows any communities on Reddit that would be interested in this kind of content, go ahead and send us the links. Go ahead and post them in the chat, or you can go ahead and just directly message us through Discord or any other social media. Appreciate that, because Reddit's going to be our next tackle. But this next thing we're going to tackle.
Yeah, and if anyone that's in any tabletop simulator communities, this is going to be the target that we're going to be reaching for the most part. I mean, we're going to be reaching this game out. And we know that some people that want to support the game, we're looking at other avenues to potentially get for people to be able to play this game as well. But once we get, a little bit more details of these other avenues, we'll broadcast or even showcase these other directions that we'll be able to get. But in the meantime, we do plan on going on Tabletop Simulator, and this is what we're going to be showcasing for you guys today. Jose. Mighty Jose.
Mighty almighty.
Mighty,
Jose.
mighty. Do we have any updates
Jose.
on the website? I know you've been working on it pretty,
Diligently.
throughout the days, the nights. And do you have any updates you want to go and
Again,
working on?
making sure it looks beautiful, it runs smoothly, and pretty much I'm making sure SEO is working perfectly for Google and all the other search engines to pick up all our information whenever somebody searches our stuff.
Okay, got to shout out Felicia on that one.
Felicia on the album.
I also got to shout out Felicia on that. She's one of the contacts we had, the SEO specialist. That was helping us out with that.
Yeah, that's true. And yeah, just keep moving right along, like making sure everything looks pretty for everybody.
Yeah, well, yeah, we're definitely working on quite a bit on the back end with all that.
And again, what Jason mentioned, we'll be uploading some new merch stuff. Vanquishers TCG.com/merch. Get the stuff. Everything goes towards back to the project.
Oh yeah, 100%. So, real quick on the game design, balancing, and demos, I do want to kind of talk a little bit, and this goes for a lot of people that have been following us in the past, I guess, or in the earlier stages of the Vanquisher project. We have been putting some time into developing other characters or reconfiguring certain other characters for release with this series. Considering that this is going to be a platform that we're going to be releasing for you guys, we're going to be treating this and be updating it as frequently as possible as if it was the actual released game. So yes, it is a mod for Tabletop Simulator, but we are going to treat this as the actual game. Again, we have a lot of great plans and ideas of what we plan on doing with this game, like as far as tournaments and stuff like that, which Jose's been working on the website, being able to create profiles, for you guys to have custom profiles and communities. And we really want to create a Vanquisher community because we feel like it's kind of scattered a little everywhere. And I think everywhere. I think our community really just want to get their hands on this game. They really don't care if it's physical, if it's digital. They just want to get their hands on this game and support it. So that's what we're gonna do now. So we're gonna be utilizing the platform that we're currently under. We did fix a lot of stuff about it. So hopefully you guys that can see it tonight will see some of the changes that we made that has played beta with us on the previous ones on how clunky it was. We definitely took time to understand the program of Tabletop Simulator to design the game properly with all the assets that the program itself has to offer. So without further ado, I guess we could jump right into it.
Get on in there, man. Show these people what we talking about, man. Show them what's going on.
So this right here is the actual overview of the entire table. So as of right now, we have not done any backgrounds. There is no background layout at all into the scenery. I think
Into
we're
the
gonna,
obis.
Yeah, I think we're gonna kind of keep it this way, just to kind of have people focus on the actual table, and the actual layout of the design. So we're gonna go ahead and take a quick look at what we're seeing here from top view. We have our two starter decks, which will be here. Here's going to actually be the starter box. So for anyone that's seen us unbox the actual physical copies of the game, this is exactly what the box looks like. So the box is usable as storage as well. It's not just a piece of cosmetic on the actual table itself. It is a bag, essentially. For those that are familiar with Tabletop Simulator, it's a storage bag. So in our box, what we plan on doing is we're going to be putting a lot of the physical hardware stuff, and we'll explain to you what we're talking about more in detail. That we're going to be putting the cubes and advanced boards and all these other board stuff to play the different game modes will be placed in these boxes. And of course, the two other boxes that are here off to the side, which is the Cyber Saigon, the starter decks, and all the advanced mode stuff that will apply to those decks will be inside of those boxes. Although in our showcasing here, we do see them on the table, but essentially we plan on putting them in the actual box. Again, this goes back what we were talking about, how we want to be able to give you guys the experience of the released game. So even when we come out with expansions, we're going to be placing them in their own individual boxes and be able to showcase it and get it for you guys. So I think it's going to be a real good touch, and I think quite a bit of people are going to actually like this setup. So we did add a few other functions that we've played even on Tabletop Simulator that we enjoyed from other tabletop sims, and be able to do with our marketing as well. So let's go ahead and get into the old board style. So this is the actual board style. So everyone that's played in the past with us knows how our board was essentially laid out and designed. So you would use the cubes, and these cubes would be able to, I don't even think you guys can see the cubes because of the angle in there. Let's kind of move this over a little bit. There we go. So these cubes here are what we use to keep track of the life points that'll be sitting on top. So the new version, which we created the magnetic field with this. So let me use Cyber for instance. So Cyber, where the card now would hover over the areas of, where it would need to lock into. So I release Cyber, she's gonna lock perfectly in her slot, in the hero slot, with no major issues. And that was something that we wanted to make sure that we were improving, and made it more easier to be able to lay your cards where they belong. Whereas her Reaper Blades, we go in and place that off to the side here. So her Reaper Blades will be able to fit perfectly fine in the actual slot where it would be placed into. And then of course moving forth, ability cards, weapon cards. I mean, everything now is going to start to slide and lock in its slot, where it just makes it easier for the people that have been playing. Yeah, the alignment.
People who aren't familiar with tabletop, they'll be able to get the hang of it real quick.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I used to have the worst trouble lining my cards up at everybody. I have the worst time trying to line.
That's what I'm saying. For people who aren't used to tabletop, it'll be nice that they won't have to mess with that at all. That it'll just lock in place.
Yeah, it's a real good addition. I mean, people that knows about our weapons and stuff like that. So let me just go ahead and demo out a weapon real quick. So we have our pistol here. So now with ammunition, you would just be able to hover it right over and just drop the ammunition. All you got to do is push U to drop it under. Literally. So here goes the next ammunition card. If I had it in my hands, I'll go in and play it right here. Quick, done. Like it moves pretty quickly and pretty smooth. And we really like these new updates and features that has been added. And then for the people that are wanting to play the classic way, the cube areas work just as well. So even if you grab the cube and you place it off to the side where your life points, you place it right over. Look how perfectly it would hover and lock right into it. You let go, drops it, 17. If you got 3 hits, boom, 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 13. And then it just works very well now. So now we don't have to worry about aligning things or anything like that. We did get it to work where it'll just lock right in place for you. And also conditions. The condition card as well functions pretty similar as well. So if you have the condition card, for those that do play the advanced mode and that's familiar with the advanced mode, the conditions work pretty much the same way. So you will be able to drop the cubes right into whatever condition that you're currently under. So if you got 3 stacks of solar burn, 2 stacks of solar, if you're shocked, if you're glitched, we do have to where the cube will be able to drop and lock right into its placement to help keep track of the game. So those were some of the changes that we actually made to the game itself, as far as the way how everything locks in place. But we also went a little step forward, right? So I know that you guys are familiar with us building an app, which we do have the app actually showcased right here. So we do have the app that Jose's been working on very, very, very diligently. And I know he wants to beat me up.
Very diligently.
I know he wants to beat me up, but we're finding a way. But because we are marketing this digitally, we want to find a way to combine both of these elements to make it feel like you are playing it digitally, but at the same time, it helps improve the game. So this digital app that Jose designed was designed to help improve the speed and the production of the game, and it really, really does. When you're playing the live game, it's just you don't got to carry dice. You don't got to worry about keeping track of values. This app is doing it all for you exclusively, which is very, very optimal. I really do like this app. But in the tabletop simulator, we figured we could try to combine both of these elements of what this app does very well and add it to the actual gameplay for the playstyle. So let me go ahead and show you guys real quick what we're talking about. So the old board, which we're saying the older board, which again, when you guys do partake into this version of the game, you'll get all of this stuff. But of course, this build with the cubes and everything will be inside of the box. So inside of the big game box. So you could still play this style, which is the actual original style. So when the game does release in the physical card game, this is how the game is being meant to be played. And we'll also have the tablet there for you guys to kind of fiddle around with it to be able to play it. But what we plan on doing is, in the future, hosting tournaments and everything, you know, moving forward for the most part, we plan on this being the setup. So I know, as you guys notice here up on the top area, the actual life bar and energy shield and storage energy bar is gone, completely gone. And for that reason,
looks slick though.
Yeah,
that thing looks slick.
Yeah, for that reason, we added actual values here, where now we took the bar out and we decided to work it a little bit more digital and help keep track of these values live on the physical board. So the way that works is, if your hero, for instance, we do have Saigon here, for instance, and his life points is 20. You go on ahead and just stack your life points up to 20. Done deal. And the same thing for his energy shield points, which of course he would end up being with 20 as well. So that's what he starts off. Oh, look me, I over-exceeded his shield points.
Yo, that thing is slick. That's slick, man.
So it keeps it... Well, why, thank you, Jason.
It's slick, man. We upgrade now. We upgrade. They don't even know.
So now you'll be able to keep track.
When you showed me that, I was blown away. I was like, that's really nice.
I think it's a really good addition.
From across the board, you could see everything clear as day.
Yeah. So look at it. Like, even when you zoom back, like, look how far out you can kind of zoom and still keep track of these values. I mean, it's good. And imagine if they're on the other side. So the opponent that you're playing against, so even if you're playing against this opponent here, you can easily see their values right there. You don't got to worry about the cubes. Even though we like the cube system, and the cube system help mitigate a lot of calculations because it would be right there on your board. But it's more viable doing it this way digitally, especially if you got the tabletop simulator and you're able to do it. So we figured this way it's going to move a lot more smoother. So again, you can keep track of all of your storage energy points right here as well by just calculating as you're using, as you burn them. You know, you drop them down as you take damage. You take damage from your shield. You take damage from your life. It's all going to be calculated and be able to be done with the actual tabletop sim on top.
You look good, man.
So another, yeah, go ahead, Jay.
No, I was gonna say when you're putting those values in and everything like that, it's very easy because like with these boards sometimes you can shake the board a little bit. Even in the digital version, sometimes it gets crazy with you having everything magnetizing in and using those value keepers, those score keepers right there. It's just gonna make the flow of the game so much better for everybody when they're experiencing. So
Yeah,
it's gonna be a real good move.
Yeah, the idea is to try not to remove you guys' focus from the board area, to kind of keep you submerged in this area, and all your values being there will help keep track of all those things. I mean, it really does. It works out pretty well. Another addition that we added to the actual game itself is our new die system here. Let's go ahead and get this. Bam. Bam. What is this called, Brandon? You keep telling me about this.
I can't remember. It's something tower.
Tower, right? I think it's a dice tower.
Is it
Wouldn't that be what it's called?
I
Yeah,
think
it's a dice tower. So this dice tower we actually created does have a lot of our marketing stuff on it. So it does have Cyber Saigon, this little gun off to the side. Look at me, I'm trying to zoom into this. You know, the marketing in the back, and of course the very top of this has these little zones where the dice would get rolled into. So we'll go ahead and show you how that actually works. I'm sure a lot of people that have played Tabletop Simulator is pretty familiar with these. These do tend to exist in other games. So you simply just grab your dice and then you can just roll it right here. You don't got to worry about those J-rig rolls that Jose does whenever he's flipping the dice and, and just throwing them up in the air.
I make it go back
this
up.
This here will be a nicer way to keep control of dice rolls. You just drop them right on it. Look, unless they get clogged up like that. You saw that? Throw them off to the top. Throw them off to the top. Let's go.
Hey, Chaos had a question.
Yes.
He asked, can you code the storage point counter to have a permanent and temp value? Like start turn 6x6, play a card shows 3x6, etc.
So
he wants it to show both values, how many storage points you have, and then how much are in use.
Yes, that probably can be done in coding. It definitely can. That way it shows what you're using.
But that's why you have the app that I made.
So, I mean, we're trying to make it a little bit more valuable rather than zooming back, going into the app, and I mean, it actually doesn't look bad at all. But we could look into that. Wasn't something that I thought of at the time when designing this. But I don't see that being an issue. I think that could work. We probably could just help keep track. Again, for standard mode, we did still keep the bottom usage at the bottom here, where you can use the cube to keep track of what you're using. But we could probably add that in there. We're not trying to clutter the board with too much stuff in there, but if that's a value that is going to help improve the actual speeding of the game, and it's just easier to keep track of what's being used on top, we could definitely do that. I don't see that being an issue.
Probably a reset after, like, you press end turn or something. I don't know.
We could probably create an end turn button
After
on the actual
you
table.
figure that one out, Charlie, you need to make it so that way it just automatically figure out all the values for you.
Oh, yeah. When you drop the card right in there and automatically it does all the work for you. Yeah.
Well, that's why you have the app.
So anybody that's listening to this stream is a coder, reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to talk to you, especially if you code in Tabletop Sim. That'll be a feature we would love to add. So again, we are planning on expanding this game. All those ideas, we do plan on having it. Who knows? One day we may have a coder that can help us be able to code it to where when a card drops into its value, it increases and does all the work for us. We are definitely going to do everything within our power to create and make this game as simplistic as possible between the setup, gameplay, and pretty much the flow of it. So if we're going to be using this as our flagship for basically promoting the game, marketing the game, we definitely want to invest good quality time into it and make sure that everything functions to the community's liking for the most part.
Yeah. And again, if you are a coder, go ahead and go to Vanquishers TCG /community and go to the game feedback. Give us some advice. Thank you. You're the greatest.
Jose, you something else, man. So this is the layout. Oh, and also I did not really show off the other side here. So these are where our booster packs would be laid out in the design. Of course, we would have little poster boards where we would be putting a little bit of information on Cyber Saigon and the Gauntlet, and then of course on the other side, we'll end up having some more information with the other weaponry, and then in here we'll have a little bit of stat values. We've talked a little bit about these. These don't really mean much in the for the game itself, But people that are classics, like we are with Classic Heads, man, and we just like to know what these characters would have been strengthened on and what their values are and even what their weapons are really good at. So we decided to put a little bit of information for people that want to know a little bit more on the other side of this board here. And we'll be updating this as we update characters. So with that being said, we do have characters that we are working on and we do plan on releasing, but we decided to go ahead and run with the Vanquishers, which again, this might be a limited time that we're going to be doing the dev edition digitally. So we might be removing them when we launch the other two heroes, and we'll make the Vanquishers reappear a little bit later on. So we want to give people the feel of the Vanquishers, the feel of the gameplay, which I know we have a lot of people out there that's like, oh, what's the difference? What's the difference between the two? Is there really a difference? Hold on one second. Charlie, close the door. Excuse me, I have my son that invaded in the middle of the stream here, but you know that happens.
It's an invasion.
That's life. So...
It's an invasion.
So, yeah, we do plan on, we have a lot of cool plans on what we are going to be putting out here. We do have a lot of rewards that we want to go ahead and, give to you guys during these tournaments and stuff like that, whether if it's, it could be anything between Energy Overload card exclusives. We will probably end up putting some Energy Overload cards in here. For the people that actually have Energy Overload cards, that has actually partake during the stream since the beginning, and that's been marketing and helping us out, that has these cards, we'll probably end up making it to where we can email you a direct link through Tabletop Sim where you can download and save it to your files. And for people that are familiar with Tabletop Simulator know exactly what I'm talking about. How you can save the asset and you'll have that access to that card exclusively. To where other people that do have the base versions won't be able to play with those cards because you physically have those copies. So anyone that does have a copy of it, you can reach out to us once the game has been released, and we'll send you guys a separate link with those unique cards to be able to add them to your decks. And you will be able to use those for now, generally for tournaments and stuff like that. But we got a lot of stipulations and stuff we're going to be working in between. Brandon and I is going to be really structuring a lot of these tournament gameplays out, how we're going to do it. Probably the first few tournaments, Jason and Brandon can't wait to actually get in there and battle a lot of you guys and see what you guys got to offer. So this is going to be a
better
no
come with
holds.
your A game. Y'all ain't beating me.
See, what you guys are seeing the devs play are the universal plain decks. Now, once they build their decks to their play style, you're going to see a whole different gameplay. I promise you guys. So, and that's the flexibility that this game is going to allow us to do. You will be limitless. You'll be able to make the copies that you need. If you need 4 of these cards in your deck, copy them, make all 4 of them, put them in your deck, play the game, man. The key to this is to see how much of a powerful deck you can build, what kind of powerful setup you can, and even share it with the community or even with the devs itself. Hey man, I discovered this build, this is great. Or hey man, I discovered this build and it's broken. Again, we get a lot of people in the community that wants to break our game, and hey, listen, we're open arms. We want you to break the game. We want you to be able to balance this game out. So or we want to help get it to where it's in the most optimum state of balanced gameplay for when we do release this in the physical card games. It's been played by the community and developed and helped grow by by All right, so we got some
All I'm
comments.
gonna tell is the
What's going
community
on?
right now.
Yo, there's
all
a
that
lot of trash talking, man.
Man, listen here. Let me just wait. Y'all just wait. Come on then, Cletus. All of y'all. Every one of y'all.
Cletus.
Hey, y'all know you don't want this. Y'all know you don't want this.
So you know
Listen.
what? Listen, the community
y'all ain't
wants
right.
it, devs. Listen, the community wants it, devs. So you know what? We're gonna give it to y'all. So when we do have, again, we've been reaching out with Berserk Games. I know Jason mentioned that last state of the game. We've been reaching out with them, trying to get into a little bit more information on how to get this in their market, to be able to get it for you guys as quickly as possible.
Definitely. Tabletop Simulator has some different options and things like that. So we're trying to get into their system with them so that we can give it even more official when we actually put the game out through Tabletop Simulator.
Yeah,
so
to be able to give you guys
a lot
content.
of stuff we're working on.
Yeah. Without it being so clunky of a system, we want to try to go and narrow it through as legit as possible through Tabletop Sim. We know that the very beginning phases is probably going to end up being kind of clunky, but just kind of work with us. You guys got to work with us. I promise you, We're gonna make this game a huge game in the community, and we're gonna get this out, where we need to get it. So,
Yeah.
but again, the devs are excited to play test the games itself. Again, I know we mentioned the Patreon last State of the Game. We are going to be setting up a Patreon for those that do want to continue supporting the game beyond what's been put out to help the growth. I've been working very diligently with working on another platform, which we've been falling into a little bit of errors on the platform to try to see if we can get this in the other hands for potential mobile. But again, we've been working on that. We don't have too much details to be able to give to the community, but it's something out there we've been looking into. We've also been working on, like I said, character cards and trying to get the actual release heroes out. But once we get more details on any of those things, we're going to go ahead and fill you guys in. So don't forget, Jose last week, I think it was probably the week before, wiped everybody from the websites.
Oh,
so
yeah.
you will have to re-register to the email. Again, listen, we did that for the reason. Actually, should we have them register now, or should we wait until...
We got to wait a little bit more until I switch on that thing on. The funny story, I think we mentioned this last time, and I noticed when I was looking through the security of the website, I saw Chaos trying to log on through and wasn't successful at doing it. That was pretty funny to me.
Wow, really? He said that was pretty funny to me. That was pretty messed up, man. So, why we had to do that?
But at least we know Chaos is going to the site, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. The main reason why we had to do this is because we are making profiles. We're doing other things to make tournaments happen with our game. We are going to make this an active game. With the developers are going to be active with the community. So we will be hosting exclusive games, tournaments and stuff like that, all kinds of different events. We do plan on releasing heroes more frequently than not, with more cards and abilities, and just hang tight with us. Just know that when we come out, we're going to come out with a bunch of stuff, and it's going to come correct. Those that have been in our community know that we have been working on this since 2016. How long is that, Brandon? 2016 is when we've been working on it. So we've been having a lot of people that's been following us and have been very patient with us.
6 years.
Yeah, wow, geez, 6 years, man, we've been working on this. But now we about to put it out officially for you guys. Go ahead, Jason. I know you had your. I snapped right in between.
No, you're fine. I see Ultimate Chaos. Keep talking, man. You keep playing against Brandon. You gonna learn how to lose. All right, that's all I'm gonna tell you.
All I gotta say is that.
And right now, as it stands, I am the champion. B has not beat me since the last game we played against each other. I am the champion.
Well, now that we're gonna have the new game mode, the new variants to speed
Charlie,
the game up.
give me Raskin. Just give me Raskin.
Oh wait, hold on. Who's that?
Whoa.
I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing.
See, and usually I'm the leakage. So maybe the old people that started with us, know exactly who Raskin is. But yeah, he's definitely another hero that is pretty ruthless. Pretty ruthless. And
to tell y'all this, I've seen the future. He don't look the same though.
Yeah, he's looking good, man. A lot of these heroes are looking very, very good, and so we're very proud of what we're working on. We're very proud to put this game out again. We want this community to be huge. We're gonna treat this release as an official release for Tabletop Simulator. So we're not gonna. If you guys know us well enough to know that we don't dumb nothing down, we don't water anything down. We come correct. And so that's exactly what we're going to do with this game. We're going to treat it as an official launch, as if it was on its own standalone platform. We are going to work this and keep updates and work with the community. So feedback is very important. Make sure that you guys are giving us feedback. You can go to our Discord channel. We would love to drive all the traffic. The goal is to drive all the traffic through our website. We want to make that our one-stop shop. One-stop shop.
Oh yeah, definitely want that to be the case.
Again, spread the word. If you're here, if you believe, let everybody know in Tabletop Simulator. There's a new game coming out. fire.
The game. And this has been a
The
game.
Fire.
You know what? This has been a game that people have been waiting for. I'm telling you. They've been waiting for this game. You know, these hero sci-fi. I don't think anyone has pulled it off yet. Jason showed me a game last week, a card game last week, and these people are doing very well. But when we look at it, it's just like we're gonna be doing fine. I think we're gonna be doing fine. It's definitely been a morale booster there.
It can be done.
It can be done, and it will be done.
It can be done. It shall be
And it
done.
will be done. So,
Definitely one of those things, man.
so
Go and follow us,
community, let us
VanquishersTCG.com.
know what you guys think of the gameplay, the layout. If you guys are catching this, which we get quite a few people that tend to watch our streams afterwards, leave a comment below on our YouTube video. You can even reach us out on Twitch. You can even reach us out on Discord or any of our, I know that we're working on Reddit right now, but just reach us out on our social media platforms. Let us know what you think of the new setup. And what can be improved, or do you see any problems with it? We feel like with the new digital way we're gonna go will help speed the gameplay up significantly. So we're very confident with this layout. So if you guys have any suggestions, everyone in the community knows us well enough to where we listen and we help. Especially if it makes perfect sense, we're gonna make those changes as rapid as possible. Hopefully next week. We'll have more exclusive content to release for you guys, and maybe even, and this is just a big maybe, even have a release date for this release. So,
Maybe.
Yeah, even
That's
maybe.
what you
That's
gotta-
how I put those.
maybe.
Even and maybe. You don't know. We don't really know what may happen by next week, but we are just know that we have reached out to the developers of the Tabletop Sim. We're really waiting to get feedback from them before we can actually come out with an announcement of a release date. But until then, in the meantime, you know, we're just going to give you guys the posted updates. I mean, we might even have a dev battle before then. I mean, with the new setup, we don't know, but we'll see what's happening.
Word. I
All
like
right.
that.
Vanquishers.
What's up?
Y'all hearing all the ruckus going on in the background?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's getting live. See, that's what happens in my household. See, these kids,
machine.
even my kids are excited to play this game. Y'all don't hear that energy? They want them to break my door down to come take over to play the game. That's what they're all about.
Real quick before
All
you
about.
vanquish her though, before you vanquish her, make sure you hit that bell icon. Get notified.
Oh, yes.
Get
The
notified
signature
so you-
bell icon. The signature bell icon. Make sure that you guys share this video. Let people know in the community that we are coming in. We will be in, especially the Tabletop Sim community. We're going to be digging ourselves into other groups and introduce ourselves to the people that are running those groups to let them know about the game that we plan on releasing. So shoot us a couple links so that way we could be able to do this. But Devs, do we have any other updates?
Go to the website, register to the newsletter, get updates. First ones.
Register.
Register.
I think they lost faith on registering. I think they're going to
Yeah.
Register.
They're just gonna wait till I say, "Yo, log in now, get all access, baby."
Yeah, so yeah, just that way we can give you guys exclusive content. Again, we're going to be working on our Patreons, and I know a lot of people want to go ahead and support that group, so we'll go ahead and make sure we get that up. As soon as we do, we'll go ahead and shoot that on our social media, so that way you guys know it is up and we are ready for some support. We will have exclusivities for our Patreon groups that are with us. We haven't quite narrowed down precisely what that's going to be, but once we do, we'll let you guys know. But we got to get back to work. I've been working on a couple more things on the back end. It looks like I'm gonna have to work some things in the front end there. So Vanquishers, we appreciate all your guys' support. Let's help make this move, all right, guys? So until the next stream, Vanquishers.
Out.
Out.